Hi guys, Mr. Mag1strate here. Goodness. What do you have, meant to the matter with that and I don't my French. I've got to use pidgin. I mix it up or blend it up with English. Okay, so that my people can always vibe along. All right, and so that the energy it's got to be massive. All right. So what do we have on our table? Yeah, the young man VDM man for the past few days back to back. With all the back and forth and basketballs. I mean. And with the way things are and in sight, right? But um the good news is the young man's resolve. Okay. um the young man's composure is just and steez is just something out of this world, something 100. Okay, for short, right? And I quite admire that VDM toilet once again. All right, so what are we discussing? The issue at hand is a lot of people have been, really curious about this Message Chimo's first lawsuit, 1.1 billion naira lawsuit, and then, subsequently, there's uh, uh, arrest order released by, the court, Nigerian court, from Abuja, okay, for Vincent Martins of them. That is VDM for short, right? Okay, who is currently in China. Okay, so um for long people has been okay. It has been all the order has been released and we haven't heard from VDM. Okay, just some few hours ago, VDM came out. Okay, to address that. Just like classic VDM. Like I said, throughout his life, he has been consistent. We all know that he's been, in and out of court cases. So, naturally, this is a kind of, he's not an unfamiliar, he's not fishing in unfamiliar waters. He has been, in and out of court cases. Okay, and in many of these things, um, he has been, on the side of the average people that have, kind of approached him, okay, for assistance. I mean, he hasn't failed, although, cut him some slacks. Nobody's perfect. So I'm not giving him 100 because I ain't expect that either. Okay. But pass marks. Okay. Yeah, he sure has his flowers. Okay. In delivering. So, I also say to all video, it's not been easy. Okay. All right. So, the young man has really come out to address us, saying that it's not that that a lot of people, from what is going on, he knows that they are behind, the sponsoring of this back to back legal stuff. Just imagine where an individual is having about six suits, legal suits, before a particular magistrate the same day. I mean, that is something out of the world. And then, not to talk of it, another one, um, Espate stuff came from Gwagwalada district court. I think he said formerly a magistrate, but now promoted to be recently to be a judge. I mean, and trying to like remind the NJC that they should remember that I thought they said they've already kind of banned this Espate stuff, Espate order or something. And again, not to talk, you know, of that, in the ones that he has been issued already, okay, he has been given conditions and terms, okay, yes, of appearance and all that, okay, and then he's all for it, but he's like trying to say that his lawyer, having gone, to approach the court, okay, have already tabled before the is it magistrate or the presiding judge there that hey, this young man or young dude is currently out of the country, and before this thing was slammed, he has already been out of the country. Okay, so that he was expecting some, to cut him some slack, even with the lawyer turning up, that such a thing wouldn't be so immediate. Okay, and you guys know his way. That is ready to spill the beans. Okay, if that is all it takes. All right, because he's definitely had enough according to him. Okay, they want to they want to shut him down. Okay, for sure. But at the end of the day, no man can't. Okay, and that they also want this truth of his by these to kind of die down. But hey, that still says what he's saying, that this young man, in Miss Shimon's case, easy as it is concept. that nothing stops them from using legals, but they took this matter to an EFCC facility in is it Ilorin? Quara, is it Quara or something? Okay, guys, I can't remember now, but off legals, okay, where the person that is supervising the facility happens to be a pastor with redeem and also a lawyer. And then the friend, the prosecutor himself, happens to also be a redeemed pastor and also a friend of Mercy Chinwo's husband. And the I think the judge, yeah, the former one, I think I once mentioned the other clip, who now, for reasons best known to him, recused himself of the matter. Though his ID happens to be a follower of Mercy Chinwo on Instagram or IG. Okay, but that was later unfollowed or something like that. So he's saying that if you look at this whole thing, if anybody ain't see anything to that he personally is seeing something that is abnormal, right? Something that is not what normal. Okay, and he still got to say what he's saying. Okay, so well, and he's saying that he ain't back down, that he ain't afraid. Now what people want to see or hear, or the highest that will happen, is a situation whereby they'll kind of waiting at the arrival and handcuff him, and then have it on air that, hey, VDM has been arrested, or something like that. But to him, ain't nothing. He's kind of used to it, but he's sure that at the end of the day, that victory is certain. Okay, that the truth will prevail. Okay, so don't get me wrong. That's what he's trying to say. All right. So and I think I will know who has God and who has the blocks and all that. That's in the lighter mood. Well, as it is, and I'm not to let this thing go so long. Let's just wait out and see how the whole thing kind of goes. All right. Fingers crossed. Let's mentions.